Oh, I remember the way that we touched. I wish I didn't like it so much. Oh, I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. What's this? Well, I might use this just to tie a bit of my hair back. Hello everybody, it is me, Whitney Houston, and I am here today with another very exciting video. So I've been thinking about doing this for a while. I wanted to do like a Sasha Velour makeup transformation look. Now obviously Sasha is a bald queen, so we're going to be doing a bald cap today. I don't know if you remember, the last time that I did a bald cap, it was with cling film when I did like the alien look for Halloween, which was like in 2022 maybe. And once again, I've not invested in a bald cap, so using this, I don't even know if is it like an investment piece, a bald cap? Can you have it forever? Does it last a long time, or is it literally like one and done sort of thing? Because it seems to me like I'd probably rip it trying to get it off my head. Yeah, cling film's what we've got, so it's what we'll be using today. Don't you think cling film's just like the hardest thing to sort of contend with? I put the lid back on this Prozid. So hard to get off. Ah yes, that did it. If in doubt, just slap the shit out of your Prozid. I'm gonna put it on about here, methinks. I don't know if this is too much of the Prozid, but I think like, you can't have too much, can you? Because you do want it to stick to your head. Do you like how we really got straight into this today? I was like fighting for my life with time last week and I still had loads of time to chat at the start, but because I'm getting stressed about how well this is gonna work for me, I got straight into it. I like to just get going straight away. It looks like I'm dyeing my hair, doesn't it? Ooh. Alright, this is much further down than I had anticipated it was going to go. But do you know what? It's absolutely fine. Why does... Ooh. Oh, it's giving me a right facelift, is this? Hello, will you be coming off today, mademoiselle? There we go. Ah, yes. Oh, you'd never know she wasn't a professional, would you? I've still got some of my own hair, like, just poking out the bottom. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and fashion myself like a little sideburn coverage thing here. Somebody's gonna come to use this cling film tomorrow and they'll be like, what the fuck's happened to it? But shh, I won't tell them if you don't. Just put a little dab of Prozid there, just, you know, make sure that it stays on. And then you just, look at that, an expertly applied, not a bald cap really, as such. I mean, when I did the alien look, I didn't have ears, but it turns out that I've gotten a bit better at this since. Who knew that wrapping my head in cling film would be just a real skill of mine now? There's a random little bit of like, you know when cling film gets a random string to it? So it's just around, oh shit. Right, we're fine. Don't stress everyone. But, you know what I mean? Don't get too worried, it's all gonna be okay. And if it's not, then there's always Facetune, so I can just like smooth it out on there. And everybody will be like, wow, look at their skills. And little did they know I couldn't do anything. That's my Cheryl Cole impersonation. Oh, a little conversation, oh, so get your conversation, oh. Right, so I think that's as good as the bald cap's ever going to be. I mean, look at the precision with which I've applied it. This bit's worrying me a bit, but do you know what? It is what it is, and what it is cling film on my head. So I've got this matte foundation, which is what I got from Primark when I did that video ages ago. Not sure how well it's going to be doing nowadays because it's quite old, but I don't really want to use like my nice foundation just because, like, well, it's not like super nice in the foundation that I have, but I just don't want to like use it for this not to look good. I don't know what that mindset is, but I feel like it's not going to look the best. Can you hear that? This foundation is a much better colour match than the foundation that I use, so maybe I should start getting into this a bit more. Oh, that's really bringing up the texture of the cling film. That's fine. It smells nice, does this foundation? It smells like suntan lotion, which, you know, is something that you should wear every day to protect your skinny skin. Why is it not coming out then? It's really cold, is this? Because it's like being in the storage thing that I've got all my stuff in. And I've only just grabbed it. Does that look like too much to you? Too little, perhaps? It's fine, I've got my whole head to cover. Oh, like Derek off Catherine's hair, don't I? This ain't going very well at the back. You just stay down there. We'll just ignore that bit, okay? This was definitely not the move on the side. I mean, it has like covered my sideburn though, so it's like, you know, sometimes you rob Peter to pay Paul, don't you? I've not even shown you the picture of what I'm gonna try and do. Now seems like the time though. So here's the picture of what I'm gonna try and achieve. I mean, obviously there are like YouTube tutorials and stuff of these things. I feel like maybe I should have put some Prose just underneath this little bit over here. Look at that. Is that disturbing to you? Right, look, this side bit is not working out for me, so I'm just gonna... Oh, that's concerning. So I'm just gonna whip it off and probably just try and cover my own hair in the foundation, which I'm sure is not really suggested. This is a very full coverage foundation, considering, I think this is like really heavily water based as well, so it is very, very wet though, and it says that it's like matte finish. I don't think this looks like it's matte to me. So yeah, I don't know if she like paints with creams or like powders, but I always like start with creams and then put powders on over the top, so that's what we're going to do today. So she seems to have like this sort of shape. It's quite swooping up. I always forget. Oh shit, I put loads of this on. That's fine, I can go over it with the different colour as well, so I can like cancel out like if it's too far. I just want to like map out the shape of what I'm doing really. I presume she must like sort of contour like the top of her head as well. So that's what we're gonna do. Maybe I should have watched a tutorial of this, but I do like to, you know, just do my own thing. Some people zig for zag. It looks to me on the picture like she's got like blush on the top of her head as well. So maybe that's a thing that I'll be doing. So that's far too much. It looks like I've given myself a set of sideburns at the moment, but it's okay because we're going to go over it with another concealer. I'm going to use this guy, and then I am also going to use some white foundation as well. That's not the white foundation. Where is the white foundation these days? Where do you live now? There you are. Yeah, I'm also going to use that as well because she is very, very light with the lighting on that picture, and she seems like she has like a lot of light here, so I'll probably do like 4 different colours of concealer and foundation today, just to, you know, really build up a gradient. Very strange putting the concealer on the cling film. I wonder if like using a proper bald cap is a bit more like working with skin, because this does not feel like I'm working like with my normal skin. How does that look? Look at the state of like the bald cap part. It's gonna be alright though. It's just a bit of fun, do you know what I mean? We're just having fun here. So now I'm gonna do this like sort of here, I think. How high do my eyebrows go? About up to here, I would say. They are high brows that she does, aren't they? I better quickly blend that out actually. Because the only thing with these e.l.f. concealers is that they do really like dry very, very quickly on the skin, so you have to, you know, like get going quite quick. You gotta get fucking pumping. Go, 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 go. Oh, look at that. It's like she's in the room with us, isn't it? I've got a bit on there as well, you know. Just to make it look like I've got a beak. Not that she's got a beak. I don't know why I put it there. Like, I don't know if that's the right spot for very, very pale foundation when highlighting, but I don't know. It just sort of like, it makes me feel a bit more like nipped forward. Is that the word that I'm looking for? Nip it, nip it, nip this cat. I'm very, very burpy today. You don't realise like how much gas you have until you're editing yourself on a video and you just burping every 5 seconds. Turns out I'm quite a gaseous woman. Is that a word? That sounds rude, doesn't it? So what's everybody been up to then? I went to see the Glitter King Pretty in Punk pageant. the other day, which was very, very fun. Me and Pop Tart went together. We went to support the Glitterfy Familia, and that was very, very nice. I got to see Nefarious DeVille, who like I met at the Pride Parade, and I also got to see Asbestos again, so that was really, really cute. And then I also, so the person who won it, spoiler alert, even though like we all already know because it's been and gone, so I don't know why I'm saying spoiler alert. This looks maybe a little bit too deep. I'm just going to be a bit careful with this. The person who won was a drag artist called Draven, and they're really, really cool. And I performed with them at Gay Upduck a few years ago, so it was really, really fun to sort of like see them again and like see how they've like progressed and stuff. Because I feel like you're always sort of moving forward a little bit, aren't you? Like with drag and like any sort of performance art and stuff. And I was like, oh, you might not remember, but like I was at Gay Upduck a few years back, and I don't really think that they like were sure, but it was nice to see them again anyway. They were really, really good. They did like a fuck Boris Johnson sort of number, which, you know, always speaks to us, doesn't it? Right, how does Sasha do her nose here? It doesn't seem to me like she puts a lot of contour on her nose. I'm gonna have to though, because look at the size of mine. I think she makes it a bit pointy. Sorry, I'm just having a nervous breakdown about my nose. I'll be back with you in a second. Glitter King, I would literally pay good money to watch them like just living their lives because they're so funny. Like, I don't know, they're just really, really dry. They're such a good host, and they're not like your typical drag host. I feel like typically in a lot of shows with like drag hosts, it's usually like a bit more blue and it's a bit like, oh, you know, like jokes about anal and shit. But like with Glitter, they're just so naturally funny and like I said, like very, very dry, and I really do enjoy watching them. I am meant to be getting involved in a roast actually, with the Wakefield bunch, which I'm a bit like nervy about, but I did, you know, I put myself up for it because I thought, push yourself. Because after I did that gig with Generica in Topperden, I really was like, do you know what? I was terrified of doing this, and the audience seemed to really enjoy what I was like putting out there. So I just kind of think, right, you might as well give it a whirl, haven't you? And also, like, if people don't like it, like, they're quite a nice bunch in Wakefield, so I feel like I won't, like, I'll obviously be a bit embarrassed of myself if I'm shit, but if like I'm not the best, then I'm not gonna feel like, oh, everybody thinks I'm a dick now. So her brows appear to sort of like go up and then out like straight, so that's what we're gonna attempt. Right, well these look nothing like on the picture. Oh fucking hell. Right, so I'm just gonna have to accept that they don't look great, because I can't really do very much about it. They look kind of similar to what she's got. If I was behind a wall in the dark. Oh no. I don't love this, you know. I don't think this is gonna be my finest moment. Just remember, I've never done this before. So, you know, this is a learning curve and we're going on the journey together. What I think I'm gonna do is try and like map out where the eyeliner is going. If you didn't know what I was doing, would you know? Would you be like, oh, that's meant to be Sasha Velour? Would she be like, what the fuck's going on here? She has got pink eyeshadow on, as I said. I've got this like beautiful pink in this palette, but I've also got this like very electric pink in the Trixie palette, which I think I'm gonna use that one, just because I think that will be the way to go. I'm gonna try and do it with like something quite precise, so that I don't have to do as much cleaning up with the concealer. Difficult, lemon, difficult. It's strange, like, really, it's Sasha Velour's makeup because it is so, like, it's so stamped, but she doesn't actually really use, like, what I would call, like, very large elements. Like, her eyes are quite, like, understated, but then, like, her brows are, like, huge, and then she's got, like, huge eyeliner. But then the actual amount of eyeshadow that she's got on, it's, like, pretty minuscule, really. I'm gonna put a bit of this electric pink over here because I feel like I've already started to fuck it, so why not go the whole hog? Oh my god, so yesterday I watched Saltburn. I know a bit late to the party, but you know, whatever. Very, very distressing film that. not gonna lie to you, didn't love it. Like, I don't know what I thought it was gonna be, to be fair, but like, I mean, I won't spoil it for you, although to be fair, it has been out for ages, and I've had it definitely spoiled for me, but not like to the point where I kind of really knew what was gonna happen. So I know like the kind of theme is like, is he in love with him or does he just want to be him? But I thought it was gonna be like much more of a sort of love story than it was. And a love story it certainly was not, especially in the end. There were lots of very like distressing moments in that film, in my opinion. But yeah, didn't love it. I can see like it is a really, really good film, and you know, it really did like make me think and stuff. So I guess like that's kind of, you know, its goal or whatever. But regardless, like it's some heavy shit. So if you are gonna watch it, then just, you know, make sure you're in sort of the right headspace for it, because I think like if I was not, then it would not have been the most winning sort of film for my viewing pleasure. And it was weird as well, because like, I don't know what I expected it to be, but I think in my head I thought it was like more of a sort of period piece. You know, like, I don't know when I thought it was going to be set, but I think it's because I'd seen like the house, and then I'm fairly sure that in the like promo pictures for it and stuff, that it looks like, you know, they're sort of like in historical sort of gear. So in my head I thought it was going to be like, you know, like an oldie-timey sort of, maybe like a Bridgerton type thing, because I knew that like they had touches of more like modern things, like I knew like he had an eyebrow piercing and stuff, and I was always like, how have they managed to like slide that into there? Then I was a bit confused. But yeah, it's actually not, it's like set in 2006 I think. It was really, really funny because like I remember like the music that was in it and stuff, and like Superbad being out and stuff, and it just made me laugh because I was like, all right, cool. So you know when you kind of realise that like things that you remember from your childhood are now like retro, I was like, oh god, she's getting old, ladies and gents. She's getting to be an old lady. Why does this side look like a 5-year-old stomach? Do you want to know what though? So yesterday I went to Boots and I was like looking in the reduced section, because I love to do that. And they had loads of like these eyeliners, but like the Christmas edition, you know, like when they're in like special Christmas packaging. £3 the lot. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna have one of them. Well, I thought I'm gonna have one of them. I had like 3 of them. So now I've got like 3 eyeliners to go out. So if this one does get fucked, like, I mean, obviously it's not ideal because I would like to get the most out of it, but hopefully, you know, I can still use the other ones. Watch them be like really out of date and bring me out in a huge rush. So my story with this side is that this is very like bumpy, so I did struggle with the line a bit. Does she have any smoke on the bottom of her eyes is the question that I'm asking. It looks like she has a little bit, like just on the very outer. She doesn't have a great deal of eye makeup on, like even underneath, you know. She's just such an understated lady. I don't know what possessed me to try and do it. I don't think this bit's right either. She's a lot more like cut under there, so I might try and just, I mean, it's not usually ideal to go in with like creams after you've put in powders, but I'm gonna do it nonetheless. I mean, it's not like I'm going out in this anyway, so, you know, I can like get away with it not looking fab, because it's only gonna be you and I that see this. When will I get this right? Right, please can you just stay there? Making my life very difficult, Mr. Mirror. I'm really struggling today. I feel like I've forgotten everything that I knew once about makeup. I think she is more like down here with hers, and I've done mine a bit too high up, but I'm not gonna like start trying to fight against the moonlight now. I'm gonna put my lashes on because sometimes I do feel like a lash can just sort of save the day, do you know what I mean? Ooh. All right, where did they go then? Oh, you couldn't fucking make it up. So her lashes seem to actually like follow her lash line. So that's what we're gonna try and do. So now I just need to do my lips. So I feel like she has a very like pillowy sort of looking lip. She seems to draw it out quite wide, so that's what we shall be doing today. Cool, and then she's got like a red lip on here. I don't think she's got glitter on, but I might be tempted to do a little bit of glitter. I don't not look like her. Alrighty, so that is the look in terms of the makeup. I'm just gonna quickly go and like put on a little outfit that I think is like kind of Sasha Velour-esque. And then I shall BRB. But I am back, and this is my final look. I could have probably put on some earrings. Don't look at this little sideburn that's just poking out here. But yeah, this is the final look. What do you think? What's the word? What's the verdict? What do we think? Do we think that I've done it justice? Like, just don't look at that side, look at it from this side. I feel like I have a little bit. Like, it does look kind of like it. I feel like if you said to somebody, who is this makeup inspired by? They would say Sasha Velour. And really, that was kind of the best that it was ever going to be, wasn't it? I don't think that the bald cap is horrendous. I mean, you can definitely see where it joins, but, you know, for somebody who's a bit of a beginner, a bit of a novice with the bald caps, I think I've done pretty well. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I will be, like, taking some photos and, like, heavily face tuning them, so then it looks like I've done a really winning job on the bald cap, but don't tell anybody. Shh. I'm gonna keep like being like, hello, here's the sideburn. I didn't realise how much of this side of my face I like to use. I'm gonna try and do it this side. So as always, I really hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff. It would mean the world to me. And my social media will be on at the very end. It's just Domino Official on everything. So if you'd like to follow me on TikTok and Instagram and Threads, that would be very nice. And thank you, please. And thank you very much. And please. And thank you. And until next time, I shall see you all very soon. Bye. This is a good angle for me. Oh, look at that brown man.